Welcome to my shop. This is Jim, Saw Logs Plastic Hubs. Hope you enjoyed today's video. We're working on a project. Come along, have fun. Excuse me, this is handheld, but thought I'd throw this in one of my videos. Come out the other day and Chris said you need to check the oil in the car. So I did, and when I discovered here's my air box on this, and this is a 2008 Impala. This piece here was broken, and we don't service, or we take our cars to the local shop to be serviced, because I'm getting to the age I don't like crawling up under them too swift anyway. So basically what happened was that this head broke off. I don't know where the latch had broke when the mechanics was dealing with it, or just broke somehow other way. So what I did is I ran out to the shop and made these two little studs right quick up, drilled and tapped them there, and so this bolt basically holds the air box together. I had to take the air box out and a little bit of work there, but we got it done. So this is a little old quick project I didn't have time to make video of, but basically it's just flat, plain turning, quarter studs, drill, bolted to the air box, a couple hand drill shots to it, made the studs and tightened it up. So we're good to go. What is it, everybody? This is Jim. Good morning. And we're looking at, as Harold down in Texas says, all projects start on the bandsaw. I don't know how many of you who follow my channel follow Tom down at Hilltop Machine Works. He's sort of down the road from us. We communicate quite a bit. He recently made a handle for his tailstock on his small lathe, and that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to just kind of hold with me. Let me bring the camera over here and show you. And mine's a Grizzly. His was an Inco. A lot of these import. So what we have here is these handles are short. Now mine is a little different than what Tom's was. His had a knurled handle. So what the plan is today, we're going to take this piece of 1/2 inch stainless, and I'm going to end up with about a 10-inch handle when I get done. Because I'm going to put, what we'll do is we're going to machine this in and take a die, thread this in, or try to thread. This is stainless. We may end up having to try to cut metric threads, which I'm going to try to avoid, and screw that into this. And then we're going to put standard threads about 1/2 inch here. Then I'm going to machine myself aluminum handle. I'm not going to do anything real fancy. I'm just going to take some 1-inch aluminum stock and machine me a tapered handle like you see some of the other things I've used them on. So that's the plan for the day, and we're going to get set up to do that. There's a few chips on my lathe, and the reason being is there's some aluminum chips I didn't clean up yesterday because I had a quick rush project. If anybody who follows me on Facebook will know that I had to make a clamp for our airbox cover and for Chris's Impala, and so that's why the chips are on the lathe. And I'm actually going to have that. You probably see that first before you see this in this video. So hang loose, we're going to get started. Okay, while I'm kind of getting set up, I'm going to go ahead and let you have a shot here. Plan right quick. Let me grab my calipers and we'll get warping at it. Plan is to take this piece of stainless, and I just sawed it. We're going to chuck it up. I could do this, and I'm going to try to do this on the chuck. But sometimes I start trying to thread this crap. And what I'm going to do is to try to get this to work the way I want it to, is I'm going to turn it a little bit loose, 470, 468 or so. So that's kind of going to be today's plan of attack. let's see here. Let's go. C3. Let me grab another tool. I apologize for the camera running and me not having my crap together this morning. Only had 1 cup of coffee. Of course, I drink only about 1 or 2 a day. So okay. I got everything together now. What I need. Let's screw this up a little bit. Then we'll put those in. Put the chamfer, put the relief in it. There we go, that's good and cleaned up. And in case you hadn't seen me do this before, basically I just take a scale and in these scale dimensions, unless it's a critical length, I'll just take the scale like you see right there and do a quick scale dimension, and that'll give me a place to start. Stainless is always a pain in the deuces to work with, but it's short. But the main reason I chose it is just because of my shop environment. My shop environment here, without being constantly heated, it's just a difficult animal. I'm going to try to take light cuts to see what I got to get. And I'm just going to feed it back and I'm going to measure it. Because if it's not that much, it's going to actually come off of this. And I'm just going to cut her down to what I'm going to actually cut her down to the major diameter size because of being. Okay, so basically I got about, this one was 65. I'm trying to cut it to where my dies won't have to cut the top, just the thread about 62. So make it. I'm gonna Loctite it, little red Loctite. So about 20 thou. I'm good to go. Okay. I'm gonna back feed this too. Because the tool pressure is stainless or something else. I'm just doing this with a caliper because I just want to hit it close to make me some thread room. I still ain't really mastered the dials on this lathe. And so the whole idea is you want to be safe than sorry. So just being stainless. I mean, our machines are pretty tough stuff, 8620 and stuff, so stainless isn't really a problem. The hardest piece is getting your threads in it, and you know, this is really difficult to thread. Okay, that's right on it. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and chamfer it, and then we'll set the relief in it. I'm going to have to slow it way down and take my time, and I'll probably do that off camera, because it is difficult. I'll change gears. We'll put the facing tool in. And I'm at the grooving tool. This is where I'm going to sweat some bullets here, folks. Because this is tough shit. And anytime you're dealing with anything, a little bit of hang out to work, I'm going to oil this and then I'm going to do a little bit and we'll just take our time with it. This stuff's tough and breaking inserts is real easy to do. And we're just going to take light cuts and do this by hand, just peel it just a little bit at a time. And you'll notice I'm just barely peeling this, so because this stainless can really really make a mess of something in a hurry. This is tough. This is 304 too. The stainless can work hard, and so you really got to work with it carefully. Plenty of cutting oil. Try not to build too much heat up. I usually like to use it for certain projects like handles and stuff just because of the anti-rust properties of it. It sure ain't no fun to machine, and especially with manual machines and not the latest and greatest tooling. Let me check that and see where we're at. I'll bring you back when I finish because I'm not going to bore you with all that. I've really got to pay attention. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to zero you in just a little bit and move it up. It's a rainy morning in March, so I don't know if you're able to see this on camera, but I have checked them. My threads. I don't have a 1/2 inch nut, so what I'm going to do is kind of go down close to depth and shake a die and just check it with the die, and I'm just going to get it that away. If I had already made my other piece, it'd been fine, but I'm actually making this first. So, alright, let's just sit here and wait on my number. And like I say, I always just use number 1 because that way I don't have to remember. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just waiting on my number 1. Engage. And I'm just taking light cuts. And in fact, I haven't even moved it. I'm just going back in to make sure I'm hitting the same places. Back 1 round. Take the slack out. Alright, back another round. We're going to go, this is stainless and I'm not going to go in a lot. So I'm only going to go in about 2 to 3 thousandths at a time. Don't want to break no inserts. Wait on my number and go for it. Like I said, I'm just using the same number and not trying to be fancy. I'm just taking light cuts. The stainless is pretty tough and mean stuff. So take 2 to 3 thousandths at a time is all I'm going to do. Because And it's a little easier on this. I don't have the deflection that I do on a quarter 20 when I'm doing the hammers. But still, I don't want, the stainless is so hard, I don't want to go in there and literally and like I said, I could have made this out of anything else. This was my choice to make this out of stainless steel just because of the rust. Okay, I'm not going to bore you with the whole thread job. I'll probably do one more pass and I'll bring you back when I get closer to the end. Okay, I'll bring you back. Okay, we'll start again. I just checked it, and we got to go a little more. Probably I've got a couple of finishing passes here to go. I just got done checking it right here off camera. We've got some threads. We're really close. So probably within a few thousands. So I'm going to take a couple of, I'm going to cut about another, I'm going to cut a couple more passes and we'll come back and check it. I'm going to cut about another 5 thou out and give it a whirl again. I'm going to cut this in about 2 to 3 spring passes after this cut. Clean it up and we'll try it again. That'll give us about 10 more thou. So we're right around 40 thou or so. And we're right around 80 thou. We're right around 50 thou probably depth. So 80, so we're pretty close to the single depth that we need. The die starting, so, and if it's a little sloppy, I'm gonna really Loctite the handle, so. Like I said in the earlier clip, I'm not that experienced threading. So I find this to hit the same number is just a way to eliminate mistakes. It'd be my advice to give anybody who's not a threader, professional lathe professional, I'm not going to say professional, but somebody who's a machinist, even that don't thread every day, a lot, say, several times a week. These guys like Adam and them who make so much stuff, they thread so often because, they probably thread at least once or twice a week on some projects of some sort. And, excuse me a minute, I know this isn't the best methodology here, but this is what I got. So what I'm going to do, see, if this is a little sloppy when I tap it, I'm going to Loctite the fool out of it anyway, so there we go. We got some half 20s right there. And again, I'll speak again. The reason I chose 20 for a fine thread is with my lathe and its gear ranges, and I'll sit over here and show you the way it's set up on my lathe. Here you go. You have to change gears. A 20 pitch just happens to be two 60-tooth gears here and here, which is a 1/4 20, and it's fine thread 1/2 inch. So since I'm making this, I can tap it the 1/2 inch thread, so it will be just fine. Lazy man, that's what I is. Alright, so this is my rod. This is the metric end that fits into the lathe. This is the end I'm going to put the handle on, right here. So that's the deal right there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to thread this into my lathe and Loctite it with a little red Loctite. Another thing right here, what I've got handy, if you don't want to splurge for the machine, I've got an older machinist handbook I picked up off eBay. Bruce Wedham over in Australia talks about these, and these are fairly handy, available. These books are about 20 bucks, 20 something dollars, 25, maybe 30. They're not that expensive. For most of the things you're going to do, you got all your threads. I use it a lot for threads. And it's got stuff that, you know, some about cutting oils and fluids, high speed bit sharpening, carbide sharpening drills, you know, all the kind of stuff that you normally would do here in the shop. And if you don't want to invest in a machinery's handbook, and it also includes in the back your drill sharpening gauge. So this is a handy little book for the shop. In fact, I bought a machinist handbook and it's sitting over, and I tend to use this one here a little bit more. It's just a little handier. So with that said, let's kind of get set up and do what we're going to be doing here in a minute. Bring you back. I hope you've enjoyed your visit to my shop here. This is Jim, and you always enjoy the videos. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, because that keeps me going. I always try to keep something interesting. So again, I appreciate all my subscribers, especially the newer ones who's just signed on. We're trying to build this channel, just, you know, show a person out in the shop having fun. Again, appreciate you watching, appreciate the comments. Also, share with your friends that you have. You know, you got friends that's interested in such videos, hey, tell them about me and have them come by and pay a visit. So you have a great day, and we'll see you when next time I decide to make one of these things.